the environment has brought us face to face with the need for sustainability. In 100 years, we've gone from 1.5 billion people to 6 2/3 billion people, and the powerful technologies that are now available all around the world have created a collision between human civilization and the Earth. There will be some key votes later this year. This is an advertisement. Please help to pass that key legislation, and then at the end of the year we have a global conference in Copenhagen. Digital content marketplace has completely different characteristics compared to what most people have been used to. It is populated by an audience that is knowledgeable and empowered. Empowered in lots of ways. Something as simple as the television remote increased the resistance to the traditional television advertising model. Now people are also empowered with video cameras and all kinds of electronic devices.
Mr. Gore, a little nervous I had to write this down because I'm in the same room with Smosh, so I'm a little nervous. Mr. Gore, do you believe that the extraterrestrial technology that documents indicate has been discovered at the China Lake facility in California can indeed significantly reduce levels of CO2 as to halt global warming by 2099?
Well, I think it has the requisite authenticity. I don't know what I don't know what you were referring to by extraterrestrial technology.
UFO.
Oh. I personally do not. I don't.
I just want to say I haven't met this gentleman.
My name is davidjr.com. And you're watching the 2009 Digital Content Newfront with Al Gore, Tom Green, Nalts, Smosh, David Choi, Tay Zonday, Happy Sleep, Kev Jumba, Esme, plus many more. Спасибо.
This is now our annual get-together, where we look to celebrate and to showcase just some of the wealth of original motion media that's been created every year that frankly doesn't really have any interest at all in being TV when it grows up.
Today is about bringing together content creators and brands themselves, and brands and opening up a dialogue between those two.
Making you better feeling. Choose one. Making you better feeling.
Which one makes you better feeling?
Why don't you have something to drink? Choose one, making you better feeling. Choose one, making you better feeling.
My name is DavidJr.com.
See, you set him up so perfectly. And so here are the top 10 things that I would have said if I were Al Gore. Now, Grant, I've had, what, 30 seconds to think of these? So yeah,
25 seconds. Yeah, I was counting.
Number one, I just wet myself. That's always a funny answer. Number two, E.T. phone home. But you do it like in the E.T. Number 10, F global warming. See? Wouldn't expect that from Al Gore. Number, what are we on, 4? Take me to your leader. And then like, you know, Sparks would. Number 5. What does CO2 stand for again? Because I'm not sure. It's actually UFO he tripped on, wasn't it? Number 6. Great question. Let's watch another one of my current TV ads. Oh ho ho! Number next. China people are as welcome in America as normal people. Number 9. I was assistant president. Number 10. President Obama and I have no comment. And those were just a few of the things. Now, the question is to you. What would you have said had you been asked that question?
I probably would have said, Luke,
I am your father. Yes, I do believe in UFOs, yeah.
Have you ever had an encounter or
I've never had an encounter, but I spend a fair amount of my time on YouTube watching UFO sightings and videos and disclosure projects and Area 51 and Bob Lazar and all this stuff. I love it.
And I gotta know, back when you initially became famous, would you have liked the internet to be so big as it is now? Because after you parted ways with MTV, you could have maybe taken the momentum from that.
I'm just happy the internet's continuing to get, expand and allow us to do television, really. That's the most exciting thing about it for me. I did have a website actually when I was on MTV, but it was, again, there was just text. We did audio and stuff. It wasn't really anything that was really, we weren't really able to broadcast yet. But yeah, that would have been cool. But it's only been a couple of years, so I still feel like the timing's kind of pretty perfect. I enjoy all the new technology, the ability to get a Final Cut Pro in my computer and edit, and the ability to buy an HD camera. Yeah, Final Cut Pro and HD cameras and all this stuff just didn't exist. 10 years ago, we were shooting on, beta cams.
Don't hate me for this, but I gotta know, what's your favorite color?
Turquoise, brown, turquoise brown.
What's his favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite color?
Blue. I actually don't know. I don't know. I'm a crappy friend, huh? Blue.
Nalts, what's your favorite color?
You should probably get a wide angle lens on that thing. Isn't it kind of close to your face? Like, you only get like...
Oh, I like it close.
I don't think it's close enough. Wait.
Right there?
You can see a bit. No? Yeah. Bigger? No? Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get Gillette as my sponsor.
So I'm having a great time here mingling with advertisers, mingling with people looking to do stuff with content online. And I think that's the question of the times we live in. What direction is this going to take?
Is there any brand in particular today that maybe you've met or that you'd want to do something for?
Gosh, I just met this guy. You leave with so many business cards at these types of events. I just met this guy who's doing stuff with craft. But really, it's just exciting. And a lot of times, as YouTube content creators, brands will be approaching us, asking, how can we collaborate with a particular type of content? So it's also an inspiration when, as a YouTube content creator, I post videos online, and I'm sure this is the case with other YouTubers like Michael Buckley or anyone else, and to actually have brands knocking on our doors asking, hey, that's a great type of content you're creating. Maybe we can work in this type of sponsorship or this type of deal.
Was it you that asked the question?
The UFO question? Yeah.
We wanted to hear the
I asked them, hold on, I have it right here. Yeah, so it went over as awkward and weird as I expected. What brings you out here right now, today?
JuniorJunior.com. Do we give them tickets to the show?
What's the show about?
Well, it's really just taking, it's the essence of YouTube, which is a variety. We do all unique kinds of things. So Kevin will host it, and we'll get some stand-up comedy from myself, and then, of course, she is our makeup expert. So I'm talking real variety showcase here. Have a bunch of people coming out and just connecting with them in real life, finally.
I gotta ask y'all, I don't want to get too personal. If you could all just tell me, how many sugars do you each take in your coffee?
Tea drinker.
I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, no coffee.
What? This is my own skincare line that I hire doctors over in London to work on with me. I was an aspiring dermatologist, but now I'm a YouTube blogger, and I love skincare and I love beauty. So this is a skincare line. It's called Ikub, and it is more for oily skin, acne-prone skin.
Kev Jumbus, this is what he uses before he puts on a video?
He uses all the time. Happy Slim has made beautiful skin. Antioxidants.
Anything to put on beards? Hey man, long time. How's it go? Cheers.
Cheers. Look at this.
What is that?
Creative Auto.
What quality and all that
720
stuff?
HD. What about
Not
yours?
bad. 1280 by 720. davidjr.com. I'm with davidjr.com, and my dad's name is David.
And tell us a little bit about your show.
I just run around New York City with this little tiny HD camera, and whether it's a celebrity event, fashion event, comedy skit, action animation, or I'm just chilling out with friends at a movie or whatever, just put myself out there and see what happens.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've had a site since 1996. I did my first web video in 95. And now, hey, thanks to Digitas, I'm getting paid.
Digital content has changed enormously in the last few years with what's happened out there. How do you view it today? And really, how are you changing to address it? So why don't we start with you, Tony?
Well, I think from our standpoint, what we're trying to do is we're trying to experiment in lots of different ways. We've been able to purchase content from folks who would normally provide it, like production companies. We've done some of our own content, and we're always measuring what kind of audiences we can create, and also what the attentiveness is to the messaging that we have.
I think as far as digital content goes, there's years where you just kind of go have at it, all employees, 400,000 IBMers, feel free to go and do your own thing. And then you can start realizing that you don't put a couple of guidelines around it. So you put some guidelines around if you're talking like an IBMer, this is what you have to kind of represent yourself properly.
We found the most effective way to make sure that people are 21 is what we call double age verification, which is when you go on a beer site, certainly this is for all no cause websites, you ask people their date of birth. And then you ask them the second time just in case they forgot what they'd put the first time. And we found that effectively removes 92% of that traffic.
As a publisher we're here, as a marketer we're working on this. The interesting area is where does the blend of what we do from a publishing perspective, from a consumer experience perspective, and a traditional marketing perspective come together.
I started out by just doing a deal with a web broadcasting company that was around a few years ago called Mania TV, and we did that for a year. We built a studio. They gave me a license fee. That was pretty cool. The second year of doing the show, I syndicated the content to Canadian television and hired staff, and that was pretty exciting. I had about 10 or 15 people working on the show every day out of my house, which was nuts. It sucked. But it was cool because we had an actual license fee coming in, we had money coming in, we had some sponsors come and go. Bud Light sponsored at one point, Samsung sponsored at one point. But we really haven't been able to get into a full groove yet with my site as far as getting advertisers. So I just started a subscription model 2 months ago. People can sign up and they can get all my archives and things like that for $5.95 a month.
Like AT&T, luckily came on as our sponsor after viewing some of them. But if we were to do it again, and especially since we're trying to do it with cities, like we're really trying to do Seattle next. So there's probably like a lot of opportunities of just kind of like homegrown industries there that may just want to get behind their own community. But I really believe that you've got to get it. I agree. I mean, it'd be so much better. I mean, all our bands are wearing like junky Converse, and we film them all the time. Like I wish we had something there or something. But it's so much better to have a brand up front where you can truly exploit it.
You can cross the line and blatantly be marketing, second that something reaches the corporate marketing, consumers are going to be turned off. So you can actually take the sentiment, feeling the kind of understanding that your company represents and translate that to story and character and culture of a city, or flat biscuits or crispy biscuits, or breakfast. I mean, that's where you're going to succeed. And it's through that kind of association that I think the brands will see, sponsors will see that everything is driven back to, guys drinking beers or girls buying jeans or anything else. It's a kind of a community working together for the same end goal that we all know what we're good at, like food and everything, and filmmaking and comedy. It's like we all know our place, as should, I think, sponsorships know that they are there with consumer products. And I don't know, you're going to kind of go on like the dynamic of the relationship. I think we all have to work together and have that understanding that we do have the same end goal.
Y'all are so young. And I don't know if y'all will know this, but I'm a little older. So I'm not nearly as savvy as all of y'all. But I have teamed up with, how many geniuses is it? 6 or 8. I mean, these were brain surgeons and lawyers and doctors that decided they didn't like what they were doing. So they wanted to do their own thing with the web. So these are really smart guys and they're teaching me. And I immediately got, Tom, what they're talking about. I immediately got it. Don't know that I understand it, but I know, and I'm going to shut up in a minute, but I know when I'm doing my TV show, y'all, I talk at people. I really dig that now I'm going to be talking with people. I love the idea of that. You know, I remember when I was growing up, my mama, the neighbors would come over and they would have coffee. And they would talk, and you know, we live in a different world now. We don't have time for that. So this is gonna give me an opportunity to have morning coffee with a few of my neighbors, hopefully a couple of thousand.
A fundamental change in the way brands are built and the way we connect with the people we care about, customers, consumers, whatever we want to call them. We live in a day, as you've heard, where 80% of time is spent in digital media, and only somewhere between 20 and 25% of dollars are spent there. History will tell us that can't stay that way. It's the people in this room who will decide what's next. It's not a menu anymore. It's a toolbox. And everybody brings something unique in a way of assembling what is going to happen.
Someone thought that was Tom Green. Someone's like, you know what Tom Green is?
Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe it, tell your friends it, and make it part of your breakfast every day. And my cat says hello.